to really look at this, who's in charge of trying to help projects get started. This looks more like a project than it does just, a presentation on something that we can just, pick off the shelf. So if we can have that rolling through the pipeline, maybe there could be some timelines, procedures, and that sort of thing. So if we can do that prior to the next council meeting so that Francisco, right here, is handling the PowerPoint, can have that in place. Sure, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Will Francisco be able to share? Anyone else wishing to address the council on any item not on the agenda? Comment? Please state your name and address on the podium.
Good afternoon. My name is Finance. I have a question for the council sitting specifically for Councilman Romero. Several weeks ago, I was invited to attend a meeting of the Joint Powers agreement with the hospital, Anthony Memorial Hospital, for the city and the Meadowship. At that time, there was some talk about the very acute probability of the hospital district donating up to $950,000 for the purchase of either ambulances, ambulance parts, equipment, etc. Later on, I heard that there had been a little fluke there and that the city was contemplating putting the hospital building up or the property up for sale. However, the Memorial District was not, we did not participate in the bidding process. With the good minute, can you tell us what is the status of that money to the city for ambulances?
One of the things that was, Councilman Castro present, what was discussed during the JPA is that initially we start the process of the use of the funds that were previously approved by the previous council is to initiate the process of purchasing one new ambulance to replace the unit that the fire department is currently using, which has been mentioned times before that it's already classified as overuse. There were some bumps along the road from the July 28th meeting that you were present, and I was present since then, but we had an additional 2 meetings, including one this last Friday, August 28th or 29th, whatever. And we're still going with that process of purchasing that one ambulance. Once the ambulance is purchased with the equipment that Chief Mercado has already provided a list of items, then we'll go through the next process of how the other monies will be used. But right now, it's an issue of a step process instead of insisting that all those money be provided immediately. So the ambulance is purchased. That will have an impact on that monies that we were mentioning, and hopefully soon after that we can go on with a plan of maybe ordering a second ambulance. But right now we're in the first, you might say, taking steps in establishing a more confidence level between both organizations, the city and the Heffernan, and by getting that ambulance first.
So your estimate for a time frame before today and the time the city can actually acquire or benefit from either an ambulance or ambulance repairs or ambulance upgrades would be, what would you say?
Well, I'll ask that to Chief Mercado. Once the ambulance is ordered, how long will it take what's the time frame for an ambulance to be delivered?
Well, from date of order to delivery, you're looking at about 6 months.
Thank you. Mr. Councilman Romero, since we were moving on to general comments by council,
of the, you mentioned a little while ago, Mayor Fuentes, about the extent that the city employee did is as a reference to a form of customer service. And one of the things that I have noted here, and in fact, coincidentally, it's my number one item, is I have received numerous concerns about in the manner that the public that visits City Hall is received. I don't have any real specifics with, I don't have any specifics with any person. I only have generalities that the City Hall should expand on the way we take care of our citizens, who happens to be our customers, in a more productive manner. There has been appearance that some groups or say mom and pop operations don't get the form of fast track treatment, and while other groups or other individuals are getting it. And I'm sure that those who are receiving a more expedited service is that there's already a history of what's going on in that particular project. Now, I'm asking for city manager maybe to establish some of a deal. In fact, I've had it in my mindset since during the campaign, but I don't know if there could be a booth in the center of the whole hall where somebody would be just 100% customer service to the person walking in, where they can, you might say, lead them by the hand instead of waiting for hours to try to reach the right person. That's one. Again, it's just more of an emphasis on customer service. One of the things that also is there doesn't seem to be, I don't think there is, an availability, and since Mayor Fuentes has been stressing information over the internet on the city's website, is a manner where the citizens or the investors can retrieve information about the city, whatever it may be, including city ordinances or building codes or whatever the issue is. Something where the operation of the business is a little bit more transparent, and more importantly, where people can access the information through instead of having to come in and, again, wait the hours or just go through the waiting part of gathering information for whatever project they want to go forward with. I went to an ad hoc committee meeting with Customs, other government officials, and the Chamber of Commerce. One of the issues that has been discussed is maybe talking with authorities in Mexicali to see if there can be a revisit of the logistics of how the people cross from Mexicali to Calexico, especially the CenturyLink. Maybe some brainstorm can come up with some ideas on how to manage the flow of the cars coming to the United States, which is make it much less complicated than what it is right now. There was a goal-setting meeting for September 9th. I understand it's been postponed. I wish it would have continued on. I think it's something that the City Council would greatly benefit. I'd like to see it get reinstated as soon as possible. I mentioned at the previous council meeting also that I would like, since the Senior Citizens Complex is named Senior Citizens,